Alright, next up is going to be the legs of the Master Grade HeavyArms Custom. First up, we're going to take this part here, goes there, followed by this, and this. Obviously, scar mark there, seam line, something to focus on later on. But this, I'm going to need this. That goes here, like that. So that part's done. Now, this part has the connection to hold up the circle joints. Excuse me. But I'm not putting it on. That's going to be painted separately. Now, you have this part, goes here. This one goes there, but before I close it, I'm going to put this one here and close it like that. Now, carefully take this. No, we'll go here. It'll be a lot easier. Put that like that here. Connect that there. This goes like that here. Then we have this part that goes here. Close it up like that. Good. Put this cap here. And then put these two together like so. We have the cap parts, cap armor. One goes back here. And the other back there. And we have this part and this poly cap that goes here. And I gotta put it the other way. Oops. Then we put that here. And then this part goes like that. Like so. There you go. The legs of the HeavyArm Customs are now complete. And I think I just realized something. This should go here. That, no, give me that. Take that off. Put that here. And then this one goes here because that's the connection for the side missile pods. There you go. Nice, very nice. Starting to look good. Very good. All right, I think we kind of finished up everything. Let's put the inner frame together and see how it looks. All right, I'm going to put this kit together, the inner frame, and see how it looks. Begin with the torso. And I think it's this one right here. Distinct feeling that may be wrong. Let's turn this around like that. Yeah. Put that here. Good. Nice snap. I'm going to flip this around. Put that there. Snap. Okay. part here. And this part there. Cool. And then I didn't assemble the head because this is like the only part that they had for the head that, you know, no detail. Everything is all, you know, the colored parts. Oh, that's right. And then I need to get this, because I believe that holds up the waist, and like that. There we go. Okay. Let's readjust this. Alright. It's very sturdy, very strong. Of course, you know, when you look at the wing kits, even though they're big mobile suits, they're not the universal Sentry big suits, you could say, you know? I mean, a Zaku 2 or a regular Gundam will be taller and bigger and much more bulkier than this. But I have no complaints about that, you know? I kind of figured that was going to happen. Hold on a second here. That's what I wanted. Okay. The legs are pretty good, you know? Let's see if I could. Well, I can't balance it because it's on these three things, so it's difficult to do that unless I get the bottom part of the foot there. It would have been nice if it was a little, maybe an inch, not an inch, more like a centimeter taller. But yeah, what are you gonna do? That's really good. And of course, this one goes like that, and then like that. And then you have the one that flips up there, and it's holding up all, you know, the Gatling guns, and pretty much going to town with that. Speaking of the Gatling guns, I was like revealing the barrels here. And it's well thought out on how to paint these, because I think I remember the high grade version, that was very difficult to do. But this one can paint each individual barrel, because the separations here are inside the cover of this, inside this, and then there's another part that goes inside, that's on the outside of the main firing block. However, the one thing that I kind of like was a bit surprised, there's holes in the barrel. You can see, as a matter of fact, let me do a bit of a trick here. As you could see, there's lighting coming out here. And in my mind, I was saying to myself, maybe I can put I don't know, an LED light in here. Put an LED light in here, and then let me get the other parts. Might as well get all this here. So this is the main casing of the weaponry, and if I put it there, you know, that's, you have that, and then you have this, which once you close, I don't want to close it up just yet, and then you can put the circle part that I mentioned before, which is this. We'll do it right here. Actually, no, I need the one that I cleaned up. Yeah. So that goes there, right? And I'll put these together, and then, of course, take it apart. There we go. Then there's a notch there that goes here. Push that in. And then you have this part that goes there. All right, so that's one of the barrels. And then I said to myself, wouldn't it be cool to put an LED light in here, then funnel the wire through there to a battery pack into this here. I'm going to close it. You know, I'm going to close it. Well, no, I'm not going to close it. Because if I pop this out here, let's look at the inside here. There's some detail parts that's meant for the connection of the arms here and grips and whatever. And then you have, I guess, enough spacing inside. Let's see here. There's probably enough spacing inside to put one battery in there, but then you would need the switch. I just ordered switches right now, and I could probably put it in there, but then this may be the problem where it's not going to close together. I don't know how much spacing this is going to have. You know what? We can do something here. I'm going to do a trick. I'm going to take this used sticky tack. I'm going to put it in here. And considering that I think this is the closest part, I'm going to close this and see how much spacing we have. There we go. Now I'm going to pop it open. So we're talking about, where's my ruler? I had it here a minute ago. I'll just have to use the ruler on the table. We're talking about maybe a millimeter, maybe 2 millimeters. No, that's actually 3 millimeters. I would probably need, no, because it's actually, can't be the back part, because the back part has all that. You have this part that's taking up a lot of space. Let me see about this. Yeah, that one's going all the way. Oh yeah, that's going all the way. So the spacing, the majority of the spacing here, and unfortunately I cannot cut that off and sand it down because that's actually part of the detail there. I don't know about this, how much spacing I'll have. I could probably shave off a little bit, but I don't know. I gotta wait until the batteries arrive. I have to wait until the battery pack arrives. So I can put the battery in here, put the 2 wires leading up to this, which of course connects to that, and then turn them on so that way these things begin to light up or blink, and actually purchase some blinking lights. I don't know if these will work. This is again something that I have not, how can I say, thought this out properly. You want to know a funny joke here? When I got this kit, I jokingly told my friend Prime92 that I'm gonna see if there's such a thing as little motors where I can put it in here and make the you know, make the barrels turn. Obviously, I already know what the hell was I thinking back in the day, and I knew I was never going to do that. But now that I'm more comfortable with lighting, maybe I can do that as well. Whether I'm going to be doing the lighting idea, I don't know. That's a possibility. But if not, you know, business as usual. Let me get one of the kits to show you the overall height of this guy. Here we go. Here's the GM, powered GM, to show you how big this boy is. I wish I had my older kits out so you guys can see what the size is on this. I have, you know, it would be, if I had the Wing Gundam version Kotoki, that would have been perfect right here. But it is what it is. We got that. All right. I'm going to begin now to take my time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking apart all those blue parts there. I've already prepared my strip here of reversible tape, because there's a lot of the missile parts that I need to put on this and begin preparing to prime them. And I'm going to start painting the darker tone colors first. Get that out of the way before we move on to the armor parts and things like that. So that's going to take me some time.